We got a response from a very angry trucker. I'm going to call him Roger B. Is this CB radio better than this GMRS radio when traveling? Today we're going to try to answer that question. A couple of weeks ago we drove from our house in western Massachusetts out to Buffalo, New York, 640 miles round trip. And because we use GMRS radios with the Jeep, we took the radio with us and to see if we could use it as a CB. Turns out GMRS on simplex, that's radio to radio without a repeater, is not that popular. If you didn't see the video, I'll link it down in the description for you. Unless you're using GMRS as part of a group while traveling, GMRS is not the preferred travel radio, at least in this part of the country. It's been about 8 weeks since we did our trip with the GMRS radio, and we're getting ready to do that exact same trip again in a couple of weeks. But this time we're going to use this CB radio to see if CB radio is still in fact king of the road. The CB we're using on this trip is a Radio Oddity CS47 AM/FM one-hander CB radio. Compared to our Midland GMRS radio, this CB is way smaller in size. If you're interested in getting a CB, I put a link in the description for that particular one. It's a one-hander, so it doesn't take up any room. It's easy to mount. All right, we're going to get the CB radio installed. We're going to check the SWR on the antenna. And let's see, we'll go up to channel 40. Channel 40. We got it set. Hopefully you can see that. Our SWR is not even registering on channel 40, which is good. We'll go to channel 1. We'll set our SWR meter on channel 1, and we have zero, pretty much zero SWR. So it appears as though the antenna's about as good as you're going to get. And this is the antenna that I have up here. It's just a Cobra 36-inch tall mag mount. And it's brand new, so there shouldn't be any issues with it. And that just screws on there like that. So as far as what we're doing for watts, got this. If I got this set up right, it looks like we're doing just under 4 watts. Test 1 1 1 1 test radio test. It looks like it stays right there at 1. So hello radio. Okay, so we got good SWR on the antenna, so the antenna is about as good as you can get it. I've got the radio installed. I have the unit down between the seat and the center console. Got the mic. I actually put it on a hanger this time. I have the power cord running into the back seat, and it plugs into this 12-volt power point. It's travel day. Here we go. We got our CB. It's on channel 19. We haven't even left the house yet, but we're going to try it just to say we tried it, but I don't think we're going to reach anybody. Channel 19 for a radio check. How about a radio check on channel 19?
This is 17.
How about a radio check on channel 19? Bueller. All right, no luck from the house. We got about an hour drive. We're gonna go pick up Angela's sister. She's making the trip with us today, and that's over near Albany. So we'll try it once we get over there. All right, we're an hour in. We got Jenny with us, and we're hearing some chatter on this thing, but not a lot of travel chatter. So we're gonna keep going. Eventually, we'll try to talk to somebody. All right, we're about 3 hours into this trip, so we're just about halfway. We just pulled into a rest area. The girls went in to use the restroom. Not hearing a lot of chatter on this radio. Heard this I-44 CB store advertisement. I'm not getting a lot of chatter between trucks. We've seen a lot of troopers. There's no talk about troopers anywhere, so we're just going to keep going along. So the other issue is there's no traffic today. If we don't get into some traffic, we'll just have to do our best and just shout out and see if we can't get anybody out here to answer us. It's really, there's not a lot of talk going on. It is more than GMRS though. GMRS was nothing, and at least this is some chit chat. We'll keep plugging along and see how it goes. All right, we made it to our destination. I was able to contact one trucker pretty easily. We were in traffic. Just put a call out. He replied. He was not very happy guy. Said a few words that he shouldn't have said. We kind of gave it back to him a little bit, but that was the end of that discussion. And clearly he's having a bad day. So we're going to try it again tomorrow and see how we do.
Our police officers and first responders who give their lives on the line every day, and especially for those that have lost their lives in the line of duty. So just a brief moment of silence.
All right, so that road race, that was for Niagara Falls Police Athletic League. Too early in the morning to be doing that stuff. But anyway, we don't have a lot of video from yesterday. We did spend most of the trip listening to the CB to see what kind of chit chat there was, and there was a little bit, but not a lot. And then we did reach out towards the end. We did do a radio call. We got a response from a very angry trucker. I'm going to call him Roger Beep. And Roger, he was just not happy. Things that he said, I can't put on this video. Roger's an asshat. Chalk that up as a CB experience, and we're gonna be heading home today, and we're gonna try it again and see how it goes. Weather's fantastic. We didn't have any traffic yesterday, so today's Saturday, so I don't imagine we're gonna have much traffic today. So we're gonna get heading out. As far as information while traveling, we actually got more out of the Waze app than we did out of the CB. Anybody running 19 on FM? Anybody running 19 on FM? It was also pretty obvious that nobody's using FM on CB radio. Radio check on 19. Anybody got there for a radio check on 19? Nobody. Somebody wants to do a radio test. Is that you, Robert? How about a radio test? Jenny, you want to say something outlandish?
Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
About a radio test out here in New York on 90 eastbound.
Everybody should leave it. If it ain't far from, then they gotta get inside because when they these agreements, 617 wave and banger, he over Mississippi said bye.
We also did some product testing, and we can say with certainty that this Cobra antenna will handle 80 miles an hour. None of these troopers were on the CB radio, but they were all on the Waze app. I think Joe Biden's doing a pretty good job running the country. We tried everything to get people to talk to us. We even brought politics into it. That don't get the discussion going, nothing will.
We don't have any friends.
People don't like you today.
No.
I don't think they can hear
No
us.
Joe Biden fans out there? Come on. Can I get a let's go Brandon? right, so we made it back late yesterday afternoon, and then we had a Christmas party to go to last night. So it's the next day, and trying to wrap up this video. If you've made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you watching. What did we learn about the CB radio? Well, we learned that there's way more talking on CB than there is on GMRS. Is that talking productive? That's debatable. We didn't really get an opportunity to try it out in like heavy traffic or bad weather conditions or anything like that. So I think in general, there's not a lot to talk about. So there's not a lot of talking as far as, you know, traffic goes. I was a little bit surprised that there's no communication amongst the truck when it comes to like troopers. CB radio is definitely entertaining to listen to. I mean, there's just so much trash talking. So if that's your thing, if you enjoy listening to that type of stuff, then CB radio can be useful just for entertainment purposes as well. You might be asking yourself what radio system I prefer. I've done this trip twice now with 2 different radio systems, and I gotta be honest, I think the CB it's more entertaining. It'll probably be more useful if you really needed it. However, GMRS, if you're into the repeater thing and you can look up the PL codes that you need and you have permission to operate on different repeaters, then GMRS works well too. I actually have permission to use 4 repeaters from here all the way to Buffalo, and I think I probably would have 100% coverage if I was to ever try it. I've never tried it. Maybe that'll be the next video. I don't know. If you're looking for something that's cheap to purchase, easy to install, does not require a license, CB all day long. It ticks all those boxes. Now you've got a decision to make. If you're going to buy a radio system, which one do you get into? And my only recommendation to you would be go see what your friends are using. If you belong to a Jeep club and they're using GMRS, then that's obviously the radio you should get. Same thing if they're using CB. If you go hunting and camping with friends or relatives and they're all using GMRS, well then that decision's pretty much already been made for you. They both have their pluses and minuses. I don't think one is better than the other. I think they're, you know, just different systems, and it all depends on which one you prefer. All right, that's it for today's video. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you at the next one.